Hi guys, so today's video is another back to school video, and this one, instead of freshman tips, is middle school back to school tips. Now, as far as my experience in middle school goes, I have gone through all of the years of middle school, 6th, 7th, 8th, and I'm going to be a junior next year, so it's been about 2 years since I was in middle school, so my middle school memory isn't the best, but I'm still going to try and give you guys some really helpful tips to help you out for when you start your middle school. My school was a little bit different. I'm sorry, I hope my hair looks okay right now. Okay. My school was a little bit different because we had two middle schools actually. We had a lower middle school, which was from 5th to 6th grade, and then we had an upper middle school from 7th to 8th grade. And I think this worked out really nicely because you never really had that much of a gap between the older kids and the younger kids, which is super duper helpful because when you have kids who are in 6th grade or 5th grade, and you have kids who are 3 years older than them, it's like a huge gap. And in middle school, you're growing up a lot, so that gap is even further developed. But most of you guys are going to have to deal with that, you know, seeing the older kids and everything like that. But I feel like in middle school, the whole younger kids suck whole idea is a lot less than it is in high school. So I think that is something you shouldn't worry about. Just keep walking, don't worry about the older kids, and you probably won't have any of them in your classes either. So let's begin with a lot of middle schools. They'll take it from a various, like one district will have various elementary schools and they'll stream into one middle school. So if that's your case, you're going to be able to meet a lot of new people, and some people might look at that as like, oh my god, I have to make new friends, or it's hard, like I don't know if people will like me, but I totally look at that as a huge advantage. You're going to be able to meet a new group of people, and I feel like the key thing I can tell you about middle school is to spread your wings, get involved, find out who you are, find out what you like, find out who your friends are. Your friends will change throughout middle school, and that is something you just kind of have to accept. I had one friend group in 5th grade, one friend group in 6th grade, and they continue to change all the way up until 8th grade. Well, not completely, like, they just kind of, people drift in and went their own separate ways, and that's definitely fine. It's not as if they're doing something specifically mean or wrong to you. It's just they're changing, you're changing, everyone's changing, and maybe you're compatible in 5th grade, but now you're not compatible in 6th grade. So it's just something you guys have to kind of understand. So yeah, that's really important to get a social background with your girlfriends. So if you're a girl, I want you guys to make girlfriends, and so you can make that strong base that when you go into high school, you have friends to support you. I don't think it's that important to find a boyfriend or anything like that. I know that I did not have any boyness or anything when I was in middle school. I mean, if you want to, go right ahead. I still think it's a little bit young, but everyone is different. And maybe you'll find someone that you really like, but don't worry about having a boyfriend. Don't be like, I need to have a boyfriend, because you definitely don't need a boyfriend or anything like that. Some other things you guys might want to think about is you're going to this for school, not for, you know, friends and that kind of thing. So academics are really important, and you might be thinking, well, colleges aren't going to see that, and true, they're not going to see your middle school grades, but part of middle school is preparing yourself and getting yourself ready to start studying when you reach high school, because in high school, that's when the studying really, really starts, and you have to really think about it then. So if you have those habits already developed when you're in middle school, it'll help you so much when you get to high school. And then if you have good grades and things of that nature, it'll help you reach into the classes that you want to get into when you reach into high school. I know that in my middle school, we only had a couple of advanced classes. We only had a couple honors classes, and they were mostly in math, which is kind of disappointing, but that doesn't mean that you won't be able to excel. If you excel in your regular classes, then get high A's or even B's, you can go into honors classes when you reach high school, and those honors classes are going to what colleges look at. So it's really, really important that you keep on top of your grades, just because you want to develop those strategies and develop those habits, and then also to get yourself into those grades, get yourself into those classes you want to be in when you reach high school. So we talked about socially. Make sure you guys get some good girlfriends so that you have people to lean back on when you're in middle school. Academics, I just went over that. What about the whole idea of middle school, the basic prospect of it that you have to switch classes now? And I tended to forget that when you reach 6th grade you're going to start, going from teacher to teacher rather than one teacher the whole day, but that's the truth. And I mean, it feels so normal to me. Like, I would hate to have one teacher the whole entire day now, but it's different. It definitely is. And there's a lot of perks as well, because you get to switch around to classes, you get a lot more freedom. You get your locker, and it's really fun to decorate your locker and make it unique and everything like that. But with those switching things and the freedom becomes responsibility, so you have to be really focused, and teachers are going to expect more of you in middle school, a lot more of you. You're going to actually have to buckle down and study. So that's also another awesome aspect of middle school. So as I mentioned, I want you guys to spread your wings. So explore your interests, sign up for sports teams, sign up for different electives. I started stage crew in middle school and I absolutely loved it. And that's what I'm doing now, and I met one of my best friends through it. So it's an awesome way to do it. Another thing you guys may want to think about doing is, what arts am I into? So maybe you're into musical things, or maybe you're into visual art. I know that I got really into art in my middle school years. I had an outstanding art teacher, and she had to push me into arts and made me, understand that this is what I love. So really, you can find out what you enjoy, and once you find out what you enjoy, you can really pursue it when you reach those higher grades in high school. So middle school is really vital in, determining what am I good at, like what is my strengths. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. Summer reading may start for you guys in middle school. It didn't start for me in middle school, but I know a lot of middle schools do, and actually my middle school just started it a couple years ago, but I missed that, thankfully. But summer reading is really important. I think I might do a video on summer reading, just to kind of talk about it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to throw them down below. On top of that, if you have any more requests for back to school videos, do not fret to write that down below. I will have the makeup tutorial for middle schoolers linked in the bottom bar. I would love for you guys to check that out. And remember, what I'm saying is just my opinion. Everybody has different opinions. Some people might think that my advice is crap, but other people may want to take it. But take it with a grain of salt, think about it, and apply it to your life. Don't just take it. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome day, and good luck in the school year. Bye, guys.